Welcome back to Raw Audit Reviews, and buckle in, because this one is tense. Picture this: one man with a camera, standing outside Cambridge Police HQ. Within minutes, 6 officers close in, throwing around accusations, demanding ID, and even threatening to seize his phone under terrorism powers. But here's the twist. The auditor doesn't flinch. He leans on his knowledge of the law, calmly invoking Article 10 of the Human Rights Act, and exposes just how shaky the officer's position really is. Trust me, what unfolds here will have you questioning where the line between public rights and police overreach really lies.
Pardon?
Who do you have for permission from?
The person I need to get permission from.
Okay. Can you tell me their details?
Sure. The starts with Article 10, finishes with the Human Rights Act.
PTTP, clearly extremely knowledgeable, brings up Article 10, the freedom of expression. It includes the right to gather and share information. And yes, that means filming in public.
Okay, we'll have to ask you to leave it.
I'm on a publicly accessible area.
You do, you've seen all the signs that say...
Yeah, beyond this point. And do you know what the other sign says? It's publicly accessible up to the reception, so this is actually part of the publicly accessible area. So if you want to follow your own signs, we'll follow your signs, and that's fine. And I'll stand here and carry on doing what I'm doing. Who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Don't want to tell you.
Hey, exactly, there you go. You're going to try and give me orders, you don't even want to identify who you are.
Come with me.
No, I'm good. I'm good. You can go have a look.
Every officer in the UK is required by PACE Code A to identify themselves when exercising powers or giving directions. Failure to do so, especially while making threats, is a serious breach of protocol. This kind of secrecy and refusal to identify undermines public trust and echoes cases like Wayne Couzens.
Here's where things get really concerning. In the UK, PACE Code A makes it crystal clear. Officers must identify themselves when exercising powers. Yet here, multiple officers are dodging the most basic requirement, showing who they are. Why does this matter? Because history has taught us, from Wayne Couzens to countless smaller cases, that unchecked authority breeds danger. Refusing to identify isn't just sloppy. It's a breach of trust. Let me ask you, if officers can threaten seizure under terrorism laws without even giving their names, how safe does that make you feel?
Where unchecked authority led to tragedy.
In fact, because you don't want to give me details, I think you possibly pose a terrorist risk.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
If I seize that, then...
You're going to seize this?
Yeah. And then
why?
The officer threatens to seize the phone under the terrorism powers, likely Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, but filming in a public place isn't grounds for that. There has to be reasonable suspicion of terrorism. There's none here.
Because I think you might be doing something like terrorism.
So do you know the memo by the National Police Chiefs Council?
So what I'll do, if I take that, and then I'll review that, and then if there's any...
How about I show you the footage now?
Okay.
I've been here 5 minutes, alright, so I don't want you to see this, my only phone. Freedom of expression, freedom of the press.
So then I think...
Do you know what that means?
What's that guy doing?
Do you know the oath that you took to uphold your oath?
So I think, what's that guy doing? That's a bit odd.
So you're incriminating my right to silence and my right to privacy is what you're saying?
I'm making sure that you're up to no good.
You're making sure that I'm up to no good?
Yeah.
You mean you're making sure that I'm not up to no good?
Yeah.
Or you're trying to find something? You're trying to make sure that I'm up to no good, so you're trying to find anything that you can because I didn't want to answer your questions.
No. I'm making sure that you're here
so
and you don't not posing a threat to anyone. Okay. So you hang on, stop.
Okay.
Right? So you're right. Those signs there says no access beyond the public.
At this point, am I being detained?
Hey?
Am I detained at the moment?
No.
Okay, so I'm not detained. All right. Then.
Not at the minute.
So you still haven't identified yourself, seeing as you said you threatened to seize. Identify yourself because you threatened to seize my phone. So let's go through the identification, prove that you have the power to do so.
Okay.
Andy McDonald, 2249. Is that constable? Or is that sergeant?
Constable.
Constable.
So
I want to know, so I know how to make a complaint. And you are?
I'm Detective Constable Dodds.
You're Detective Constable Dodds.
I'm here with my colleague.
Perfect.
Listen, because we've had...
Have you got your warrant card with you?
Yeah,
please, seems your plain clothes. Can I see it, please?
We're talking to you right
Yes,
now.
and if you're talking to me in your capacity, then you need to show me your warrant card. Did you guys learn nothing after Wayne Couzens? Nothing at all? No, because he's just threatened to seize my phone and accused me of being a terrorist.
No, I know. You put it on YouTube and it shows you access routes and all that lot. Take it to the court and they might decide...
You really think that would go to the courts? Mate, you would find yourself in civil litigation before you could say shit.
So we'd have a look at that. And
Yeah.
if there was nothing on there, then happy days.
Yeah, you'll be the one up in court on civil litigation if you take my phone.
Happy days will get returned
Yeah,
to you.
go for it.
But if not, then you'd be trespassing. You'd be ejected from the site for trespass.
Right.
But if you're staying in the public areas, have a good
You need to
afternoon.
jog on. You need to go home.
Okay,
No, I
well,
think
I think you haven't even shown your warrant card, so you can keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
Keep your mouth shut. You're not even going to identify
so
yourself.
you can. That's all.
Well, I
You
don't
can-
know
you
because you
can-
won't identify.
You can stay in the public
You're just
area.
another Wayne Cousins, aren't you?
You have a nice day in the.
So yeah, try not to murder anyone, try not to rape anyone, try not to take pictures of anybody in your care.
Enjoy yourself.
Try not
Have
to
a
strip
nice
search any
afternoon.
14-year-old girls, is what you police like to do. Especially ones like you who refuse to identify.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You won't even show your warrant card.
Taking pictures.
It's alright, you're gonna get an IOPC complaint. That's fine, trying to abuse Terrorism Act. Considering there's a memo from the Chiefs Council. Yeah, I've got it all on camera, that's fine.
And we can show them the footage. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fine, I will show them footage. You're gonna abuse your powers despite the memo.
You got any ID?
Pardon?
You got any ID?
Have you got any ID?
Yeah.
Thank you. Very
Can I
kind of
see
you.
yours then?
Now here's a twist you don't see every day. A civilian staff member, not even a sworn officer, tries demanding ID. This is legally absurd. Police staff don't have the powers to compel identification, yet here we see exactly that tactic being used. Think about how intimidating this could be to someone less informed. That's why these audits matter, because when authority figures, sworn or not, overstep, it risks blurring the line between lawful direction and outright bullying. Do you think this staff member was genuinely confused or deliberately trying to pressure compliance?
Have you got any ID to show me?
Well, you first.
Are you an officer?
Pardon?
You a police officer?
Well, I'm not answering any questions until you tell me who you are. So,
Head of the-
Stephen Smith, 6995, lovely. What's that, PC, DS, DC? Your rank?
Senior manager, MB3.
Senior
Not a police-
manager. So you're not a police officer?
No, just checking who you are then.
Police staff asking for ID is extremely wrong because they don't have the legal powers to do so. This is important because it's a clear intimidation tactic, trying to make you comply when they have no right to. It can confuse or pressure people into giving up their rights. So why he thought he had any right to do that is extremely unnerving.
Is that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon? So was that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon?
Is that what you're saying?
Said, was that a constructive use of your time, vegan bacon?
What's vegan being?
You, fake cop, fake pig, fake pig. You are. Come up and demand ID from.
recording this.
Yeah, come up and demand ID from people like you have some sort of authority. Not even the police have that authority, and yet you think you can do that. Can you stand up and be professional if you're going to address me as a police officer? And was I talking to you? I was talking to
I don't
him.
have to stand up. I can sit down. That's fine.
Well, then I'm just going to put my headphones back in and ignore you again.
We can have a conversation.
Right, there we go.
Stand up.
Thank
we can have
you.
a conversation. Look.
Right, if you're
So,
gonna
let me
act
give
as a
you
police officer, act professional.
Let me give you a scenario, right? So let's say you go into Tesco's, which you would agree is publicly accessible for people to go shopping. Yeah. For that purpose, would you agree in that?
Yeah.
And you did something in Tesco's, just for.
I can walk into Tesco to browse. I don't have to walk in there to shop.
Yeah.
I can walk in here to browse.
But let's say you did something in there that's causing people to feel uncomfortable and causing.
If there was if there was a lawful
No.
basis for why I was causing them discomfort, then yes.
No.
This analogy fails completely. Tesco is private property, a commercial business that reserves the right to remove anyone within reason. But a police station is public property, funded by taxpayers. Staff discomfort isn't a legal basis to eject someone exercising their lawful rights, particularly the rights to freedom and expression under Article 10. The standard here is not whether someone feels uneasy, it's whether the law is being broken, and at this point there is no evidence of any offence. Comparing a police station to a supermarket reveals serious misunderstanding of public accountability.
No. Where I disagree is whatever that is that you're causing people to feel uncomfortable, even if it was completely lawful, I would say that they've got the right and, to ask you to leave, and that's what we're doing. You can go onto the sort of out of the problem.
So what if I stand there?
I think that would be fine. Yeah. But
So
this
what's the
area-
So what's the difference between standing here and recording and there recording?
Because
Pardon?
you're-
Is it illegal to raise my voice?
No, but it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Well, it's unnecessary for you to come and accost me, to be honest.
Well-
You've just said I can stand there and record, but I can't sit here and
Because
record.
this is private
But there's
property.
no
If you
difference.
go-
There's no difference in the action, is there? It's still going to make them uncomfortable. So
It
what's the
is, but I haven't got
difference?
anything- I can't do anything about it. All I can do is ask you to leave the public.
Yeah, and that's where you can. Yeah, you can ask me, and I'll politely decline.
Because my job is to try, you know, over and above like protecting the public and enforcing the law, is to try and like if somebody's made me feel uncomfortable, is to try and address that and sort it out.
Right.
So that's what I've tried to do in this situation.
Okay.
If you just, I mean, we're going to go away now, and I've said I'd like to leave our property.
Right.
And I've given you a reasonable time of 10 minutes to do that. So we're going to leave now.
Okay, and what if I don't? What if I'm still here in 10 minutes?
Well, it's a civil matter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll have to make a decision about how we want to deal with that.
And
But-
Watch this move. When plainclothes officers fail to assert control, they call in a uniformed constable, hoping the badge and high-vis vest will tip the scales. It's psychological. Uniforms project authority, and studies prove people are more likely to comply. But here's the problem. If the underlying grounds are shaky, bringing in more uniforms only adds intimidation, not legitimacy. It's a reminder that police presence should serve fairness and transparency, not pressure tactics. And to his credit, the auditor calls it out immediately.
What would you? And what would you do?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it yet.
All right.
Well, we've asked one of our uniform colleagues to come and speak to you, just
Sure.
to see if you engage differently with somebody who's more identifiable as a police officer.
When the plainclothes officers struggle to assert control, they call in a uniformed constable to create the illusion of escalation. Bringing out a uniformed officer isn't completely unlawful, but the intent matters. If the move is designed to intimidate or pressure someone lawfully filming in a public area, it edges dangerously close to a misuse of police presence, which may violate code of ethics under the College of Policing guidelines, specifically the duty to act within fairness, transparency and integrity.
I've spoken to PC 137 and advised them
PC
that
137.
we have asked you to leave the curtilage of what we deem to be the private property, and we're giving you reasonable time in which to do that.
Okay.
And I'll just reiterate that the reason why we've asked you to leave is because we've had complaints that your behaviour is making people feel uncomfortable.
Well, I've
rephrased it there that I'm not using the word distress, which you took a perception to, and I wouldn't. That's not what's been
Okay.
reported. It's made people feel uncomfortable.
Okay. So now your job is for 3 constables to stand around and try and try to enforce people's discomfort and feelings over the law.
I've explained. I'm going to go now.
You're going to
because
go.
if you feel uncomfortable about 3 people being here, that's fine. And
Well, it doesn't matter if there are 10 people here, to be
We're
honest.
trying a different approach to see whether that's
What's this, sorry,
is
D-
more
PC
sort of,
1
agreeable with you.
137. P3 137. I'll suggest just get in your car and drive away. You're not going to get any more response out of me than they are.
That's absolutely fine.
The uniform does not intimidate me any more
No,
than
that's
your
not the
plain clothes
intention.
does.
That's not about that.
Oh, is it not? No.
Normally
That's
it makes
funny.
people feel more comfortable.
Yeah. Funny that, because the psychology behind it says different. If you actually look at Ash's studies from the 70s, his studies on compliance and uniform actually state the opposite.
I didn't know that.
So
Very interesting.
yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm actually a psychologist. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, like you said, you sort of intimated that you took exception to there being three police officers here. So I'm going to leave because
Go for it. You do what you want to do.
More to say to you. But yeah, we'll leave you in colleagues' capable hands. All right.
I love that. Detective sergeant's got to get a PC to handle his dirty work.
Look, I just
Love
want
it.
to make you as comfortable as possible, so I'll introduce myself as PC 137. I've had no idea as to what this incident is about. What's going on here?
Well, I'm sure they've just informed you of that over at the car when you were stood there talking for 10 minutes.
Well, I've got a rough idea, but I'd like to
Okay.
hear it from you. As I say, I'm completely unbiased.
I'm here minding my own business, and I come and get accosted by 2 constables.
Okay. Any reason police station compared to anywhere else?
Because we pay for it and I can.
Okay, that's fair enough. It is a public property, isn't it?
Thank you very much. If only they knew that.
What I'll say is that obviously the inquiry office isn't open. So
Yeah, I know. I already tried to go in there. Yeah.
Have a chat. They do close at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I just want to make you aware that I'm not suggesting that you will at all, but certainly we have had cars damaged here in the past, and that's why when we see somebody sat here with a camera, just sometimes people don't have as good intentions as yourself.
Here, the officer tries to justify suspicion purely based on past incidents unrelated to the individual. This is a classic example of guilt by association and profiling. Having had other people damage property in the past does not give the police right to treat everyone with a camera as a potential threat. Police powers must be based on specific, current, reasonable suspicion, not on vague fears or generalizations. This kind of assumption risks infringing on lawful rights to film in public spaces and can lead to unjustified harassment. Officers should explain what actual evidence or behavior they observed that raised concerns about the specific individual, rather than relying on past events and stereotypes.
Do you stop everybody with a camera in any place in the country then, just because they got a camera? Because cars get damaged all over the country, not just here.
Particularly because we work in a role where a lot of people don't necessarily.
I wouldn't bring your vehicle to work then if you're that worried about it.
But obviously we've got to get here somehow.
Yeah, you can cycle it. You can get public transport. You can get public, if you don't live in Huntingdon, you can get public transport to Huntingdon and then walk or cycle it. Absolutely. There are options. You know, if you're that uncomfortable and that concerned about your vehicles at your place of work because of the role that you do, and the mitigating factor is the fact that you know the risks of the role that you take when you sign up for the job. Yeah. That onus is on you.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Simple as that.
Do you have any further plans this evening? Is that something you want?
Why, you want to take me for dinner?
No, not at all.
No?
I'm just generally trying.
I won't eat you out of house and home.
Oh really?
No. Just some Mackies will do me.
No worries. Are you planning on being here long at all?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes to what though? What is your intention?
Finish my objectives.
What is your objectives out of interest?
Private.
They might be private. I'm interested.
Yeah.
You've definitely got obviously my interest right now, so I just want to know what your objectives are.
Fair enough. And you're allowed to have those interests.
Have you got friends coming to join with you with your objectives, or?
Sorry, I've seen a bug go down my top. Oh. Sorry.
You got any friends coming down to join you?
No, I don't have any friends. Billy no mates me.
Oh,
I know, it's sad, isn't it? You want to be my mate?
I don't know.
No. Didn't think so.
If I'm honest.
If I outside of work sat outside, say, your home address on the public highway and sat with a camera facing your address, would you feel comfortable?
No, but this isn't your home address. Isn't anybody's home address.
No, but
if you did it at my place of work, then I wouldn't give two rats.
This is not the same at all. The police station is a public place. Anyone can be there or film there. Your home is private property, and you can decide who can film there. Because the police station is public, you have the legal right to record there. This is protected by the law as part of freedom of speech and public information. The officer is comparing two very different things to try and stop the filming, but that's just wrong. Just because someone wouldn't want to be filmed outside their home doesn't mean it's illegal to film outside a police station. Officers need to respect that filming in public is allowed, unless there's a real legal reason to stop it. Personal feelings don't change the law.
We spend so much time here. It's practically is our home.
Yeah, but that's the case for everybody who works. You know, nobody really works 37.5 hours a week and affords to live these days. You know, people tend to do 45 to 50-hour weeks, and they spend most of their time at work. So that is the case for the majority of the population in this country. So you're not alone in that. I do sympathise. Yeah. But yeah, you're not alone in that. But again, this isn't a place of residence.
Would you not
it is publicly funded. No, I'm quite comfortable here.
We are going to obviously conclude this conversation. We're going to get on our way.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have done that a good 25 minutes ago, but all right.
The only thing I will ask from me is I understand that this camera is facing the police station. I understand I can't make you turn it another way. You obviously know your law, and that's brilliant because a lot of people don't, and you know your rights. But what I would just ask, as a request from me to you, is just that you're not filming any number plates in specific vehicles. And as I say, that's only because of the concerns which I've raised, and it's a request, it's not me telling you to do something.
Yeah, the only one that I've got that will probably make the footage is the one that came and reported to you, just because I want her number plate to be able to make her a complaint. You'll see she didn't identify, so...
You can make that complaint and share that with the complaints authority in relation to, obviously, the number plate, but publicly broadcasting it, is that really fair on her right to her private life as well? The only reason I ask this, because officers and non-officers, civilians, etc., are being traced by their cars, by their names, etc., through social media, everywhere else, and then there's issues outside their addresses. I'm not saying that's your intent, but people might get, obviously, on board and then get a bit aggy over it and actually challenge those officers outside their
Have you ever
houses.
seen the police interceptor programs and all those sorts of things? Number plates are all over them.
Yeah, that's
all over.
Blurred, actually.
Only the ones that are the direct subject of the stop. Right. All the other ones in passing, around the police stations, around the roads, they're all visible. I've looked at it.
Okay. Is that including their private vehicles they drive?
Yeah. You're recording me now, I should imagine.
Indeed, and I've informed you of that.
Only just now.
At the start, I said
He
I'm
said he
recording
switched it on. He said he switched the
Mm,
video on.
I don't
You can check
remember.
back and
Yeah,
look
I
at
don't
the
remember that. I will check back on that. And if you haven't, and only because you said that you did, but if you haven't, I am going to submit a formal complaint. Usually, I'll just tell you and try to get you to know.
And
But,
as I say, my collar's 137 if you wish to.
but yeah, I don't remember you saying that. But fair enough if you did. If you did, then fair enough. But,
Out of interest, we're going to go anyway.
Yeah.
Out of interest, who are you filming for and what? Like, was it Facebook or social media?
For
Obviously,
myself.
I assume you're live streaming.
No.
I'd just like to watch it back, that's all.
No, I'm not live streaming. No.
Where's
You'll find it.
Where's it being posted then?
You'll find it.
I don't.
You'll find it. It's not going to be difficult to find. I don't name it some bizarre thing.
Okay, Cambridgeshire Police Headquarters, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it'll have something like that in the title, or I usually tag the location. It will come up.
All I ask is, can you stay away from out of the car parks, please?
Maybe. We'll see.
Right, okay. And the reason saying, staying out the car parks, as I did say, we have had damage caused to our vehicles, etc.
But you got me on body camera. You've had a long
but
conversation with me. If any damage happens, I'll be your first
But
suspect.
if
So
you start wandering around the car park, so I noticed obviously you've got a bag on your back as well. You may end up being subject of a search.
search for what? What would you be looking for?
Items going equipped, got obviously cause damage.
Okay. What section's that going equipped?
Section 1 of PACE.
Okay. Fair enough. I
Right,
mean,
we'll get out of here anyway. Thank you very much for your time. Take care, yeah?
Thank you very much. Take care.
ta-ra.
What we saw today at Cambridgeshire Police HQ is a pattern that's becoming all too familiar. Officers misinterpreting the law, comparing public filming to private harassment, and threatening to seize property.
So let's break this down. One man, one camera, and multiple officers. Some in plain clothes, some in uniform, circling with threats, analogies, and shaky justifications. Yet through it all, the auditor holds the line with calm persistence, knowledge of the law, and a refusal to be intimidated. What stands out here isn't just the overreach. It's how fragile authority looks when it's challenged with facts instead of fear. The broader lesson? Rights are only real if you're willing to assert them. If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life body cam breakdowns. Because trust me, we've only just scratched the surface.